Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ashes Wednesday. If you are, for some reason, watching this and have no idea what Ashes is, it's a non-collectible card game published by Plaid Hat. We partnered with them to bring this game back. It originally came out in 2015 using a system we call PDP, Player-Driven Production, which is if enough people are signed up, this game's going to get made forever.
Forever. Till the end of time.
Life. So we're playing some Ashes, and we're on the eve of some very exciting things.
Yeah. Let's just dive into it. So I actually didn't realize that Zach was titling this exciting news.
Got him.
So that allowed, I'm sure, some speculation to run rampant. But
I heard there's a full solo mode coming.
full solo.
That's actually a good idea. I would take it. I would not be against the concept.
I'm more interested in like that PvE thing that Flesh and Blood's talking about.
Like
if we could take our Phoenix Born and go fight something.
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
you like a mega version of a different Phoenix.
Yeah, that'd be great. Now we're getting everybody juiced up for something that's not happening. That's not the announcement at all.
Well, we juiced them up, but we also brought them back down here. Yeah.
Here's what you need to know. We got good news. It's really good news. The Reborn products are officially in the United States. They're officially on a train. They're officially almost to Plaid Hat. I think maybe there by now. They're officially going out in the next couple of weeks. We plan to have them out certainly before the end of March. And on that note, on the 31st of March, it was a couple of Wednesdays from now.
The literal last day of March, and also an Ashes Wednesday.
We are going to be hosting an Ashes Reborn celebration here on the stream. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet. We've been talking to Nick, we've been talking to Nikki, and talking to the folks at Plaid Hat. We may have some previews. We may have some some gameplay. We're probably going to talk to Nick, of course, on camera here. And
you
basically,
never know who's going to stop by.
Yeah, it could be anyone. What we're going to do is we're going to do like a longer stream. We're just going to play Ashes for a long time. You guys will have all of your cards by then. That's the intent. At least most of you here in the States. We know Plaid Hat's shipping out soon, and we're shipping out as soon as we get that product from them, which is going to happen very soon as well. So that's all coming up. So you should be getting your products pretty soon. The game is officially here. It happened, and we're going to get all of our products, and then we're going to celebrate. It's going to be great.
It's also worth noting that because that's the case, in the very imminent future, not going to say the exact day or time, we're going to be charging the first time our Ashes Reborn PDP subscription, which is amazing. It's easy to forget because we're just playing Ashes every week, and it's just such a real part of our week at this point. But the reality that we, in any way, were able to help bring back a game.
Yeah, it's kind of a fever dream.
Like this is just wild. So major shout out to everyone that's already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed and you want that upgrade kit, now is the time. Literally, this is the window is closing. How many, we have a finite number of products coming in. How many of those products are available after the fact? Who knows? So if you're going to get in, now is the time for that. And if you're waiting to get in, very soon, the subscription will update from the next product being the upgrade kit to the Breaker of Fate Deluxe. So once that hits, once we charge, once that changes, that's the time you'll want to get in because that product is still expected in April. So it's not that far away, and you don't want to miss out on that. That is something I know.
It's like imminent. It's like the next month.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's going. It's boom. Let's go. Breaker of Fate.
And that's obviously the new Time Dice, the reborn version of Jericho, and a bunch of cards. So if you want to get on that, just keep your eyes peeled. Ashes Wednesday obviously is a good place to stay hip and with it in terms of what's going on. But yeah, it's about to get really exciting, and I'm super excited for everyone to finally get cards. Even us, we're sharing a collection. They sent us a review, the production copy of everything. But I have my old collection that we were using those proxies with that I've just kind of boxed up and let sit there. But I'm getting my upgrade kit in, and so we'll have 2 full collections. We were literally talking about this just before the stream. We have currently 4 decks built and a stack of cards that could someday maybe be a Maoni deck here. But it's hard to build too many, decks past this point. Because as an example, Brendan's using Ceremonial. A lot of the allies that either of us would use in a Ceremonial deck are in that deck. So it's hard to have a lot of those decks built at once. That said, another kind of fun and exciting update I want to shout out because it was mind-bogglingly better.
Okay.
Ashes.live is a community-developed deck builder that now has all the Ashes Reborn cards on it.
God bless all of those community deck builder folks.
Dude, you're going to be so excited about this. It's what, particularly you, but also me, I've needed to like...
I'm a bit of a builder.
I've just... we play on stream, and then it's like, I don't want to take all my cards home because we keep it at the office because we play with them.
Yeah.
To like build the deck and tweak. And so like being able to just look at decks and more importantly, filter.
Yeah.
So you can filter by magic type, where it's like ceremonial plus nature allies. And you can just see the like 8 cards that are in this pool.
All right, I'm in it.
Yeah,
I'm in. Yeah,
it's
let's
super
go.
good.
Does
So
that
if you haven't
test
checked
round?
that out,
Not that it really matters in Ashes.
I don't know.
The first 5 is set, but then after that, I guess you would draw the rest.
The rest of the test
A
rounds.
couple of hats off to Ashes .live person. Do we know the name? I know we've talked on the Discord, but I think it's through screen names.
Yeah, I don't
Whoever's
know
in charge of Ashes .live, somebody knows out there. So we would like to thank you.
It feels like
officially.
a Tyler. Might not be Tyler.
Feels like Tyler. That was my band in high school as well. Michael has a question. The subscription plan will only include new stuff, right? None of the packs that are already out on backorder right now. That is correct. So the first thing is the upgrade pack. That is literally processing. Could be right now. I mean, it's close. It's happening soon. So that's happening. And then after that, it'll be Breaker of Fate. And then after that will be the next expansion. After that, the next expansion.
After Breaker of Fate. So the first 2 are a little weird. Upgrade kit, Breaker of Fate. But then after that, it's supposed to be 2 decks every 3 months roughly, right? So that's going to be a Phoenixborn, a fully playable deck ready to go, which is cool. Like, that's a really cool way to release something like this.
Yeah, it's great. And that actually goes to a question here by Alan Jones. It says, with competitive LCGs on the downturn, what have you taken from that to make sure your model of delivery has the best chances of success? Well, that question is exactly how PDP happened. There's a couple of actual fundamentals here, right? Like,
Hit me with it.
One is the relationship between the publisher Plaid Hat Games and us is a straight line. Right? So you don't have to go through distribution, retail store, customer, which everybody's taking a cut there. And so if you do that, you just have to move a lot more volume to keep the game in print. So with this method, we don't have to move as much volume. We might. I mean, you guys are killing it right now, so we might. But what that also does is it allows Plaid Hat to know, hey, how many subscribers are there? A couple thousand, a couple million, a couple hundreds of thousands? 5? And in so doing, they can print more efficiently and not have a bunch of waste where they're losing money.
Yeah.
So those 2 things, just like the technicalities of the platform, is like, I think there are at least a couple thousand people that would play any of these LCGs. Like, obviously, Ashes is an ECG, but like, you know, your Arkham and your Marvel Champions, of course, are bigger. They're cooperative games. But even like L5R, there are thousands of people that can play L5R. But there are not thousands of people that can support L5R through the traditional distribution chain because it doesn't make enough cash.
Well, and the volume you need to support that is not thousands of packs.
Right.
Like a couple thousand, right? I think you probably need 5,000 to 10,000 of every product you're releasing for a traditional LCG through that model. Again, because of the way it's structured and the number of people involved and the way the system works. So the coolest thing about PDP is, regardless of the end result of what it looks like for the game to exist, we know that if at least this many people are signed up, which we're well past that point at this point, the game keeps getting made.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited because if the game keeps getting made and it's amazing and people love to play it, good things happen.
Right.
And we're working on some stuff that could be cool and fun, all the way to like what people are going to do in their local communities and play and where they're going to play and how they're going to play. It's a totally new paradigm. So we're just at the beginning of it, but we kind of connected the dots and figured out that like, as long as there's a minimum number of people actually buying it, there's a way to reasonably get that product in the hands of players and to keep supporting it. We've been doing a ton of throwbacks in the past year. Ashes was one of those throwbacks. But it's pretty wild because there's so many games that there's enough people interested in playing them that if they could buy it, you could make this game. But it's really hard to get out of that typical framework of the three-tier retail system. So we've done a lot of podcasts about this around the How to Fail series. That time frame, like 140-ish of the podcast to 150.
Yeah.
We cover this, why it's a struggle, why it's an issue, and how PDP is somewhat of an interesting way of approaching the situation, knowing what all those problems and pitfalls are.
That's correct.
Yeah,
and
so there's hours of content.
We'll keep growing as we go and figuring it out. And David Lee, if the subscription numbers do drop below the threshold, I think we'll probably just let everybody know and just say, hey, we're at the point where this is not feasible for Plaid Hat to print anymore. So either that's going to remedy itself in the next couple of weeks, or whenever they need to actually click print on the next set, or it's the sunset of the game, and there you go.
Yeah.
The end.
Well, and the number is, if you missed all the early announcements, was a minimum of at least 1,000 players,
Which
that
was
signed
hit
up.
in 3 days, Thomas remembers.
Yeah,
Which is amazing.
remember this. But the recognition is like, just because we're not close to 1,000 at this point. We're well past. But even if it went below, it's like that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means that there's no guarantee that it will keep going. The one way as players, that's why it's called player-driven production, that you can guarantee that it's going to keep happening is if there's at least that many people signed up. And it's going to take a lot for that not to be the case. So I think conservatively 5 to 10 years is what this game has in it.
At least.
Unless, something goes crazy wrong. But I'm not anticipating that. Everything that's happened so far with Reborn has been great.
And then the next iteration of our store and stores like it would welcome Ashes players because we don't necessarily need to sell you the product for it to work.
Yeah.
Which is a revolutionary idea. So if you're out there owning a game store, think about it. Could I host an Ashes community? And if I can't, why not? Because that's a problem. Really, that's going to be a bigger problem, especially in the next couple of years.
Yeah, but we're going to solve it.
We're solving it.
Alan's saying, what are the chances of Ashes Weekend 2.0?
High, extremely high. Almost 100%.
The chances of me making gestures like Hulk Hogan in our streams, it's about the same odds. Very high.
So well over 100%.
Yes, it's going to happen unquestionably.
So all that to say, everybody's getting the Reborn products that order from Plaid Hat Games. Everybody's getting the upgrade kit from us here imminently that is subscribed. And then after that, all the new products will flow through the subscription. So that's the first way to get them. And then I think later on, they'll be available more generally, but it'll just be a while after the subscription.
Yeah, because it's like all the Reborn products that are coming, which you can purchase through the Plaid Hat website, or it's available through standard retail, right?
Right.
There's a massive older products, and most retailers, we talk about this a lot. They are more focused on inventory and selling products.
That's right.
And so there's tons of products to sell there if a retailer is truly interested in supporting the game and carrying it. It's going to be an ever-growing amount of product.
So welcome. That's the news. Pretty exciting.
Joe's saying this is basically the best news of the week. Literally just made my week.
Ah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Happy to have you here.
Also good news, I'm getting my vaccine tomorrow.
Hey, two for two.
There were some extras. The Indian health system is crushing it here in Oklahoma on vaccine distribution.
Oh, is that how you're getting yours? Yep.
Yeah. There's been 3 hospitals now that have had extra doses, and they're like, come on in.
Yeah, because they basically got access to buy it for their tribe. And then that's the notice I got a couple weeks ago when I got my first shot was, it's like, hey, we have more vaccines than we have people to get them. And they were starting with the higher risk people for COVID, but I was like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah,
like, let's go get this done. I'm happy to hear that you're getting that.
Yeah, what a relief. That'd be a load off. Be very helpful. And then Elliot's saying you guys should have hidden message on the shelves behind you. What's funny is we actually put the throwback for this
you can
week
barely see it though
on the shelf.
Well, and we did that last week.
Hold on, I've got to move. This is bothering me. My trophy. Beautiful as
behind
it is.
me.
Well, it's like a Palantir back there.
Well, it does. You can't really see it.
Or move your.
You do whatever you want, dude.
Move your.
My body. There you go.
That's nicer.
Yeah. Yep. There are hidden messages back there. Who's to say there isn't?
Actually, there are. Just very hidden. Can't see them at all.
There's also, all sorts of things that we indirectly say. You just gotta be paying attention. There's things we directly say.
If you watch this video backwards, there's a whole plethora.
It's like the Beatles, dude. I'm telling you, there's stuff buried in there. I spent so many evenings
memorizing backwards words.
Memorizing words that, when reversed, actually communicate a very specific. What would be really creepy is if someone actually went and reversed it, and there was stuff happening.
That
would bother me.
You said like weird things that had no bearing on.
Elliot, oh my goodness, you don't know how much I would lose my mind. He says, confirmed Hulk Hogan is a future guest. I might die. Like, can you imagine if I ever got Hulk Hogan? I remember
sitting here next to you.
Several years ago, I had the bizarre opportunity to interview Timothy Zahn, who wrote the Thrawn trilogy for Star Wars. And that was wild.
Yeah.
But like, if I was
cool,
if I was getting to sit down to like hang out and play a game with Hulk Hogan or Sting, the wrestler, particularly, I don't even know. The thing about Hulk Hogan is he's in character even when he's out of character.
Oh, 100%. The Hawkman had a weird post-wrestling phase, did he not?
He had some drama going on, yeah. But I mean,
just
what does
remember
that simply be Hulk Hogan and not have weird drama going on? You know what I
That's
mean?
very true, yes. Very true.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, hey, why don't we just play some Ashes? I'm gonna get away from the chasing the Iron Rhino dream.
Paint the maker.
I might play one game just to get warmed up. Then what I would like from all of you out there, is there a deck maybe on like Ashes Live that I should play? Because I'd love to just play like
A deck.
a deck. You know, not have to worry about building. I'm actually gonna look at the site right now. Let's see what's going on.
George saying, can you guys explain what makes Ashes special? Any gameplay details the games don't do, or a particular site? You know what? We did an interview with Isaac, who's the original designer, and Nick, who's the lead designer now. And the answer to, essentially, when we were asking them what were they wanting to update and what were they wanting to keep, what was this essence of the game, I think it revealed everything that I'm going to say here. But that's a really good interview if you're wanting to know a little bit behind the scenes. We clipped it out as its own video as well. So you can find that Isaac Vega, Nick Conley interview that we did back in like August-ish of 2020. Here's the short version. It's a non-collectible card game. So if you're not into collectibles and that kind of a thing, that sort of model, but you like card games, step one. Step two, Isaac, the original designer, was specifically trying to solve a handful of problems or cater to a certain audience that he felt like was underserved, historically speaking. A few of those things, right? Unlike Magic, you don't have like resources in your deck that you build over time and your resource pool gets really big. You start with 10 dice. Those are your resources. They are in the play from turn one. So you don't ever have any of that weird resource stuff. Second thing is the first 5. You pick your opening hand, so no randomness on the opening, but randomness as you go throughout the game drawing cards. The third thing for me is the combination of you start with your character who's not abstract. It's not like, again, compared to Magic, it's very specific. There's characters like Echo Greystorm. Start the game in play with a power. You have your dice that start play. You have your opening hand where you can play your spells down or whatever you're going to do on that opening turn. And the goal of all of that is to feel like you are a powerful, in this case, Phoenix-born, from the very second the game starts, and you don't have the scenario where you're trying to build to a certain point, and then sometimes we build to a certain point and I get there and I'm really powerful and you're not. That's not that fun. You're really powerful and I'm not. That's not that fun. Mm-hmm. We're both really powerful, most exciting. That's what Ashes is trying to do every time. Or neither of us quite get what we want or the resources we want or the cards we want on the table, so it just doesn't quite work how we expected it. So all of that in the gameplay perspective is layered in. But then if you look at the cards, right, like look at Odette Diamond Crest. And there's really a couple things. The templating, the way this game looks, the art, the world itself, it's brighter than a lot of universes that are in tabletop gaming. Like there's a lightness to the color palette and the colors and the vibrancy. And then there's a huge amount of diversity and representation in this game. They were way ahead of the curve on this. And I think they do a phenomenal job of just allowing people to see themselves in these characters and people that are dramatically different than themselves in these characters, which is super fun. Most of my favorite characters are nothing like me outside of Brennan, who likes to burn things down.
Of course. Yeah, very similar. Hey, I've got a deck that has been suggested by David Lee here, but before we do that, can I just dust off this old Iron Rhino contraption and see what happens?
Dude, let's
get into this.
3 decks that I enjoy.
And then I might play one of your decks.
That's totally fine. I have 3 decks I really enjoy, so I'm less in the I need to build decks phase, but I am conceptually interested in getting deck lists from people over time and playing those on camera, so that's something we might explore more.
Yeah, I'm thinking
we'll see how your trial at it goes.
There's something there. We need to develop like a sealed variant of this game, where
there's a draft format.
Yeah, drafting. I want it to be a little more random than draft, right? So like, I want you to get 3 random allies or 6 random allies or whatever it is in your like dice pool. So maybe you choose 3 dice, and then you kind of get random pockets of cards, and then you shuffle them up, and then you got to play and just kind of like have a weird experience with things that you would, because otherwise with the first 5 and with your choosing your dice and your magic types, the deck building element of this is tremendously important.
Yeah.
Like you can't just first 5 your way into victory. Like you have to really build to a concept and build to a metagame and a counter. So having something that's just like, hey, I want to explore the mechanics for probably an extra turn or two because the games won't be quite as short because they'll be a little less efficient.
I mean,
kind of
it's
what I'm
kind of like
looking
sealed
for.
play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I will say an interesting format that popped up for one of my old flames, Star Wars Destiny, is I think they call it the Smash format. But basically, they took all the 15-point characters from Destiny, so you get 30 points of character in that game, 15 points at Elite, and then they pre-build basically 15 card decks for each of those characters.
Oh, cool.
And then you basically choose 2 characters. That's your characters. That's your 30 cards.
Right.
And you can basically just do that an infinite number of times, right? You have like 80 characters that are all 15 points. And so like you sit down, it's like, hey, pick 2 of these characters, build it, go.
Ooh, I really like that.
That's pretty cool.
I really like that. Like we could have a pocket where it's like 2 allies, 2 conjurations, and 3, action spells for a given die type.
Sure.
And you have all of these little stacks. You choose 2 15 stacks, choose a Phoenixborn,
And you're playing.
and play.
Yeah, and you could technically have, given the number of cards, multiple stacks for each die type as well, right? So we both want to play ceremonial.
Right.
There could be 2 very different ceremonial stacks.
It could be 4 ceremonial stacks.
however
at a
many you
certain
want.
point.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do in those kind of formats.
That's great. Yeah, Terrence, hey, it's just that Ashes is here. It's in the States. It's on the way. We had a couple of delays. It's now actually here. It's official. It's not going to get delayed any further. Knock on wood, of course. Trains can break down and whatnot. But
They sure can.
It'll be shipping very imminently. We'll be processing the subs and ready to go.
We've been through the ringer on this kind of stuff. We had
Haven't we?
the Wingspan expansion that came out late last year. Ended up on a truck that broke down.
Yeah. Well, not funny.
It's crazy. 2 questions I do want to answer before we start playing. Toby Garza saying, PDP model, how does my local store support and or make profit on this game? What's the incentive for them to support it if they're not getting a cut, or am I understanding it correctly? So, 2 things, most important. First is the PDP model applies to future products. So it's a way to guarantee these things get made and at a rate that is feasible and sustainable for the publisher to keep making this game. There is a ton of products that retailers are going to be able to buy through standard distribution. If you go to Plaid Hat's website, the Ashes Reborn products, the red packaging, that's all stuff that's going to be available. We're not selling it. You can either buy it from Plaid Hat or your local retailer. Secondly, and this is kind of the thesis of our many of our podcast discussions for a long time, the recognition that having a community and having events and whatnot, especially for a non-collectible card game, like an LCG pack, typical store is making $7, $8 off of each of those packs. So if you have an event that's $10 once a month for this game, you're actually making as much money or more money off of that event than you are off of selling the product. There's a reason that non-collectible card games, especially competitive ones, have not garnered a ton of support at local game stores. I mentioned this earlier, but podcast 140 through 150-ish, we talk about this a lot. And so, it's not the most ideal product through the PDP, I think, for local stores, but it wasn't beforehand either. It failed for, ultimately for a reason. It stopped getting published.
They weren't buying it.
Because they weren't buying it. So it's a struggle either way, but for stores that do care about it and want to stock it and want to host events, I do know Plaid Hat is working on organized play kits. They're going to be available for stores and people to buy to host events and whatnot. But more to come on that. That's more of a Plaid Hat question than it is anything else. Then the other question I did want to answer was Mutton Chop asking, are we going to play Skytear with the new rules soon? Yes, it's on the calendar for next week.
Next week.
I think it's on the calendar for next week.
That's right. I'm really happy with where this ended up, by the way. I'm just looking at this again. It's always you just kind of black out on these streams and wake up the next week. But this is nice. This might be something
you were
worth
getting
having.
somewhere with it.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Joe saying, do you know when Plaid Hat's going to ship the core and the expansion? So they're on the same, ship, boat, train, dock. I don't know.
It's a train, actually. I was surprised it was a train, but it's on a train.
Trains matter.
Yeah.
They're still being used. I think 10 to 15% of all goods still move by train in the United States. But the
high speed too.
They're with the upgrade kit, right? In terms of getting here. So if we're shipping the upgrade kit, it probably means those Reborn products are soon out the door. Plaid Hat's logistics of shipping those to customers is something we don't control, obviously. But the expectation is all that's kind of coming at the same time.
All right. I forgot about drink time too. It's drink time. Drink time. Thank you, Rafe. For those of you, of course, that haven't been watching or don't know, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rafe.
We are working on the third iteration of our retail store to be open this year, if all goes according to plan. One of the features of that is a very tight, potentially cocktail menu. That's what we're exploring right now. So this is the hard work of testing
Cheers,
the recipes.
my friends.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
Cheers to all of you. Hey, thanks again for backing Ashes and bringing this thing back. And it's growing. Subscriber numbers are growing by the day. So
Every day.
That's a great
every
sign.
week, which is amazing. And I think it's, given how much I've enjoyed playing, they're watching to see our reactions to the drink. Is it gross?
No, it's great. Look at that. Yeah.
But given how much I've been enjoying Ashes Reborn, I am not going to be surprised once the upgrade kit gets out, once the Breaker of Fate expansion is out, once people start playing this. I actually expect a lot of growth in this community because it's a phenomenal game. Nick and the team did a great job. Just phenomenal.
Excellent.
Now, maybe the Iron Rhino should have been 1 or 2 less dice costs.
I don't know. He's there for the dreamers, There for the dreamers. David, I like this. Saying a great way to focus up fully on Iron Rhino is first 5ing Resonance and Summon Rhino, which I have. But then saying grabbing Augury, which can then grab a 3-mana spell and grab your other Resonance. So that's interesting. I should probably look at that. How much does Augury cost? What kind of a spell is Augury?
What are you doing to me?
Terrence is not better than that blue. That blue was something fascinating.
What I remember of it, both from time and other reasons, blue was quite the magical. It was just like
It was the right for its time and place.
It was a drink our friend Terrence made at an event we used to host called MonCon. The first time, he just handed you a cup and be like, "Here's some blue," and like, don't ask questions, but it was delicious.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Augury? What kind of card?
Augury. I think it's one of those ready spells that you can then.
One of them there ready spells.
Great question here. I saw it come through. Chris S saying, which more companies would hop on the PDP train? Hey, doors are open. Phones are, well, not our phones. Please don't call. We're millennials.
We're going to have our community number pop on the screen. You can text us.
Thinking games like Doom 10 Reloaded will work well for it. All these kinds of games would work very well for it. It wouldn't work well for like a collectible, something that's driving, that retail stores are driving to success. It's not going to be as good there, but
you never know. Also, I always fashioned you a Birdman, so Augury seems right.
Hey, that's a great joke. Thank you for saying that. And then Alan saying, I think a lot of stores suffer from not going the distance to profit from community events through concessions and or booze. What has been your experience with incorporating concessions? So it's never been a critical part of the revenue spread. It's helpful. Those are high profit items. It's very, very nice to have them.
In our local store, previously we had beer on tap, and that was way more important than even snacks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Snacks. You kind of now. Here's the philosophical side of this. I said this on Discord last night in Chris S. saying Game Cafes of the Future. I don't think that the only way you can support a gaming community is by selling food and drinks as a restaurant, because that's what you are. If you're getting 80% or more of your money, or 50% or more of your money from food and drinks, you're a restaurant that has games.
And the problem with that, though, is that a restaurant has to turn over people, right?
Correct.
You want to see a lot of people. You don't. How often do you sit for 3 hours in a restaurant? Not common, because they don't want you to. Right?
And the priorities will be different, and the space will be different, because you're competing against other restaurants for people's food and drink money, and you're using games as a lure to get them to choose you over somebody else, rather than the food quality or the drink quality or whatever. Which is fine. That's a fine model, but it's a restaurant with games, or it's a bar with games. What we're more interested in is how can you fully support the hobby, tabletop gaming, with some food and drinks as, a little bit of a side profit, just to make the space more enjoyable to be in. Like, if I can have a drink while playing games in a great space, that is adding more value than just the money that I'm getting off of serving you that drink, right?
Well, and
about atmosphere, it's about how it feels. If I'm hungry, do I really want to leave for 20 minutes? Sure. It's like if I can get you a nice something, that also makes it better to be gaming there.
And I mean, it kind of comes back to like why you exist in the first place, right? Are you a bar, are you a restaurant, are you a cafe? Or is even with beer that we had in the store, right? We never saw ourselves as a bar as much as if you're playing a game and want a beer, this is something we can offer you that does make us money, but also enhances that experience that we're trying to offer. And this is a good point, Gary. I know a lot of people like this, so He says the concept of a bar in a game store is interesting, but as someone that's uncomfortable around drunk people, it's something I hope doesn't become too widespread.
That's the problem with the store if that's
So,
happening.
at least for us, culturally, and the kind of drinks we're serving, and the kind of everything going on culturally in our store, that really was never an issue at our location. Because it's just not, our location is not set up to be somewhere you just go to get drunk, right? It's like, you're just playing a game with some friends and you want to have a drink, which is way different. It's like Steven and I here today drinking this. Like, we're not,
I had
hopefully it's
7
obvious.
before I got
That's
in.
right.
I'm
but
5 ambient in, Zach.
we're not going to be crazy or drunk or really anything from these drinks, but they taste delicious, and it's a nice thing to have when you're hanging out with a friend playing a game. But it's a fine line. And there are board game bars, right? And it's like, that's part of why that's not what we would do, because like I don't necessarily want to be hanging out playing games in a bar. If I wanted that, I would go to Kilkenny's.
That's right. Yeah, true story.
I don't want to compete with Kilkenny's. First off,
No.
second, you can't match that genuine Irish charm, or White Lion with the old British lady who I love. I miss that place.
Genuine Irish charm.
Right across the street.
You
too.
heard it here first.
Yeah.
Oh man, why does it take so much to get a focus on this Iron Rhino?
He's a big boy.
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Russell saying, does your strength as an online retailer help prop up the idea of the game playing space with drinks, or can it support itself? So our local store was sustainable in and of itself without the online piece, like if you're examining it by its own business. But it was helpful, right? There was a long phase of years where we were working a lot, not getting paid a lot, and the combination of everything made it, in some fashion, sustainable for us to take risks and figure out where the boundaries were on what you can do and not do, and still have it be reasonable enough to afford to pay people to be there, have the lights on, have insurance, all that kind of stuff. And we're hoping to make that just better, right? That's the 3.0 reality, is that leaning even heavier into some of these kind of crazier concepts.
We're leaning heavy. And it will be self-support.
Did you find out what you wanted?
Yeah, so I'm not going to do this yet. I'm going to play it as it is. I'm just getting nervous.
All right, stream, I need your help. Whoa. There's 3 Phoenixborn, and I'm only playing one of them.
For the rest of my life.
Steven doesn't want me to play Brennan.
I don't care.
I have Brennan, Echo, and Odette. I'm going to take votes in this chat for like 30 seconds.
It's just the first thing you see. Shufflebus says Odette is top tier. Is that what you're looking for?
I don't necessarily... Hold on. Just letting it happen for a second. Lots of Echo.
Just nothing but Echo here. I mean, it's
All
obvious.
I can hear the Echo.
It's obvious it's Echo. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
Echo.
goodness,
It's Echo. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
we're playing
It's like
Echo. We're playing Echo.
ridiculous. What a fan favorite.
Yeah. People love the Echo, man.
Wow. To an extreme degree.
I am Lions and Music.
You know, Nick here is spitting the truth. Echo and Odette are both stacked against the Rhino. Which is why I'm going to win anyway.
Not going to miss your shot. I missed my deck.
Nick's about to see the magic happen here. Nick, I don't know if you've been following along, seeing your beautiful designed Iron Rhino doing the Lord's work here on the stream, but it's happening. I'm cracking the code. I know that you built it in a way that it will win a tournament, so I'm going to find it.
I have 5 basics.
I have 2.
Well, it looks like I have the honor of going first.
Jordan, we only use katanas at this point, although these look like dragon shields.
You put your old sleeves on this for some reason.
So I'm sorry that I completely confused you and me there. These are actually old dragon shields. I'm still not convinced that I'm still kind of thinking that I like these better than katanas. But there's a nostalgia factor too. Like,
you need sleeves that are as old as you are?
how much of my life was bound up in touching these kinds of sleeves?
Good question. All right, well, let me get back in this spirit.
Wait, did I just shuffle in my first 5? I'm going to do that 1,000 times.
Looks like you did, yeah.
I did. Now I got to figure it out again. I might end up on that augury open. That's a dream. I like that. I sure do like that. Guess we'll see.
Well, I'll be... All right, I'm first, right? We
Yeah.
said that? I will
Thank you, Red Tyrant. That's very nice.
Side action meditates 3 times. Once, twice, thrice. We're going to go...
Oh, wait, we're playing now?
We're playing.
Wait, you're going first?
I rolled
over here.
more basics. You ever feel like it's like the temperature of 1,000 suns in here?
No, I'm quite normal.
I don't know. I'm warm.
I'm glad you're vaccinated. You have me nervous right now.
Very vaccinated.
Very.
I didn't miss my shot.
I got 3 more.
Okay. I'll be here all week. Let's just... I never know how aggressive I want to be here.
Very aggressive. But drop the ally and make me have to answer it.
Yeah. I'll play the Holy Knight.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cards in all of Ashes.
I actually have the perfect answer to that card now, finally.
Well, how proud we are. I'll go basic over here. All right.
Check this out. Who's laughing now? I'm going to spin 2 dice to play the Beast Tamer.
Chris, that's right. He said Sleeve in Ashes almost feels like a crime because of how beautiful the card backs are. I almost bought clear just for this game.
I'm trying out those boulders, those Ultimate Guard boulders. And I got all clear. Those deck boxes?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You ordered some boulders?
Yeah, 6 of them.
Dude, I'm so proud
All
of you.
clear.
Buying your own gear.
All clear.
I, meanwhile, bought or have submitted for 4 of the archive box.
These?
Yep.
This? Mm-hmm. Hey, also, if you guys are looking for something nice, seriously, wow. This looks immense on the overhead.
It's just two lanes.
If you're looking for something nice to store your Ashes cards in, you can just imagine what it would look like in here.
Yeah,
like, look at Zach's stupid little... I mean, come on. It's not even cardboard.
You know, I like that box.
Anyway, this has been really nice. And you can fit deck boxes in here. We're selling these on the side, although we sold out. We sell out every time we talk about them, which I guess is the power of marketing. But if
the card bag, George.
If you want to store your cards in things that aren't cardboard, this is literally the best thing that I've found. That is like nice, felted, looks good, can carry everything. It doesn't have that dumb playmat row where it's like, I don't need to store my playmat with my collection. I'm playing on it.
Yeah. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on who you are, we're out of stock of those because we showed them on Monday and people cleared us out. So we're going to get more of those in. But yeah, I ordered some of those. I'm also potentially going to be ordering a lot more deck boxes. So I'm excited to see the boulders.
Nick immediately asked, does that hold playmat? After I said it was stupid. It's not stupid.
It would fit.
It would. Yep.
I think.
It would.
They have a box that's 1 row plus a row for the playmat.
I think they even have a 2 with the playmat slot.
Also, technically, it auto-corrected to playmate, which happens to me all the time. Like, playmat is not a normal English word for the average user, I guess. And every time that happens, it's just a funny thing.
Can we take a second here, everybody, and talk real Ashes? So let's talk about this. Your play of Holy Knight 3/3, which is a classic play. Mm-hmm. Answering a 3-die ally with a 2-die ally that can block it without dying is a great trade. Now, you can use Echo's ability to get past.
But who wants to start with Echo's
I mean,
ability?
that's totally fine, right? But like this, to me, feels like a great answer to a 3-attack, 3-die or 2-die ally, which I didn't fully appreciate.
It does indeed feel that way. All right, I declare.
And I think this is going to be pretty common in Ashes. Like, first player is probably most of the time going to drop a threatening ally. And if you don't have an ally in your first 5, you're taking that damage.
You're just straight up taking it. And
Which
you
is
only have
fine.
17 health over there,
Which is fine.
Mr. Rin.
Which is ample.
I'm going to play Summon Mirror Spirit.
Wait a minute. I can ice buff this Beast Tamer? Hold the phone here. I'm taking a side action and doing that immediately. Where's all my stuff? Oh, they're over here. I thought it was only conjurations.
You can buff whatever you want.
Are you kidding? Dude, Rin's first turn ally plus ice buff is
really good. Agreed.
I'm obviously the first person who's ever found this out.
Yep. You discovered something new. Surely no one has.
Surely no one has thought of this. I mean, that's a 4 life. -1 on the attack.
He's a chonker.
And then you can counter for free.
Yeah, he's built for you.
What a wall. Surely he's the right choice for an Iron Rhino deck. He needs to tame the Rhino.
That's right. You got to have your Beast Tamer. I played the Summon Mirror Spirit, my friend, and then I'll pass.
Okay. Okay. Well, you and me both know that we're going to play Summon Iron Rhino. We'll just broadcast it. I know there's probably some clever ways
Do you ever just miss having the nature die?
No, I always have it.
It's always there in my pocket.
And then side action, do I need to meditate? That's the question I'm asking here. Do I need to meditate? I
Always.
don't believe that I do. So I will not. And I'll pass it over to you.
Amon, have you seen the Dead article meeting Drax? He is absolutely better than Hulk, and he's everything
It's
Hulk
so
should have been.
frustrating. It's like, oh, perfect Hulk mechanics on this other character that is technically less main than Hulk.
It makes me feel like Hulk. I just want
It's
to punch a
so
wall.
aggravating.
Yeah.
How do you miss Hulk so bad?
Well, you know, you just.
I mean, he's a big, strong, green superhero. Like, make him do a ton of damage.
I won't deny.
He gets angry. Like,
Yeah.
just like I get angry.
Let's play Gravity Training. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Shuffle bus. I should have resonance there. Okay, gravity training. Here we go. Let's do main action on the butterfly monk. Side action resonance. It's going to be 2 music notes and a basic. Let's throw this basic in. And then we get to bring 2 back, which is just Bugatti.
Bugatti.
What a card. All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Over to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling good.
All right. I will summon a Mirror Spirit. Cost me a music note and a basic. Let me make sure I have my resource types that I need.
Oh, yeah. This is when I liked Aerodel again.
Yeah. And we're going to get a Mirror Spirit. No counters because nothing's exhausted.
0 attack.
Yep.
Why is he not sleeved?
He's a Conjuration.
What? You don't sleeve your conjuration?
I mean, I do
Look
when
at how nice my stuff looks.
It's just a lot of work.
That's certainly not what we're here for. I'm
working on a gravity.
You know, technically, you shouldn't broadcast these kinds of things. You know? Oh, I should also exhaust. You know?
We're getting to the chunky part of the game.
I know, but like you and I just know we're playing out this sequence that we've seen a million times. What does gravity training do? Attach, it's got to be exhausted and then you get bonuses?
Yeah, +1 attack, +1 life. You got it.
You notice I've totally stuffed your Holy Knight here.
You think so? You think so?
All right, let's take a main action and summon Butterfly Monk. Speaking of things I think also great with the ice buff. Who built this deck?
We built the city.
Genius.
Just big brain.
Just nothing but big brains here.
All right. Let's make it happen, Captain. I'm going to play a Sonic Swordsman. Lion, music note, basic.
This is a popular unit.
It's good. Cool outfit, too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just to show the back of the Conjuration cards, which is the darker version of the same template, which looks great.
You got 1 card left? 2 dice?
Mm-hmm.
How good are the dice?
Well, medium. Question.
Yeah. Michael Fanning, yes. Update pack and cores will ship about the same time.
I can't send multiple units after the same unit,
Yeah, you
right?
cannot. No.
Way to go, Nick.
You've activated my trap card here.
Yeah. It's something I want to do, so it's something I shouldn't be able to do.
That's right. I feel like
too
that's
good.
the way this goes. Okay, well, let's see what you can do.
Here he comes.
Charging in like only a Rhino can. He's going to get exhausted to Kingdom Come. There's the Rhino. It's a threat, though. Makes you nervous. Look at how beautiful this game is.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
It just looks great, man.
I don't even care.
Every time I see that Holy Knight, I'm just happy. It's going to be so hard for me not to play Divine just because I love that card so much. And I don't
play
know
Divine.
why.
You know? You can.
Here I am, dude.
Play it.
Here I am.
You don't have to worry about anything.
All right. Well, well, well.
We got ourselves a bit of a chessboard set up, didn't we? This is way different than last time.
No one's moving.
No one's moving, man.
I do not like that Rhino.
You see? Yeah, you're sweating. I can see you're flop sweating, you know? It's just like, ugh, gotta have a handkerchief. What is this Rhino doing on the board? I didn't expect this. I thought Steven played good cards. Of course, Zach knows better than that. Very nice. Andrew, how are those Gamegenic matte sleeves? Do they enter the conversation with Katanas, Dragon Shields, and probably, what's the other one? The big one? Katana, Dragon Shield, and there's a weirder one that I never know.
Pro Mat?
KMC is one of them.
Isn't that the Pro Mats?
Maybe. And there's a fourth one that's weird
Ultra
too.
Pro? Ultra Pro.
Nobody talks about Ultra Pro, do they?
No, there is one. Yeah.
But they're kind of seen as like the mid-grade, aren't they? Anyway.
I don't know.
That's just my opinion. That's personal opinion. Kevin, it does not hold that opinion at all. We love Ultra Pro and all of our gaming partner accessory partners. Any of them.
All of them.
Eclipses. That's right.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah. Which is Ultra Pro, I guess.
You can only have one Rhino out, so
I'm using it. I'm gonna swing like I've never swang.
we were swanging.
David Lee, bringing the real knowledge here, Zach, in case you weren't aware. The key is to get your opponent to commit a unit to the board that they don't want to lose, and then make them lose it. It's called a favorable trade in the business. It's like taking a bishop with a pawn.
Like their queen.
Should we start using eclipses? Everybody's talking good on those eclipses. Oh, they get dirty and foggy easily. See? Everybody's got their opinions.
They do. Not all of them are good. These sleeves or the opinions.
That's right. But
I'll pass.
Really?
I'm cozy, man.
So we could go to the next step here. Next phase.
I was first here, right? Because you're going first. The only thing I can do is make a mistake. And I'm not about that life.
No, you don't want to make a mistake. Are you running that weird card where if something dies, you can kill something?
Oh, that'd be good.
Sympathy, Shattered Destruction, Shatter Pulse. I see some in your discard pile over there. So I know that information. You can't play it though. You don't have the dice. I know you wouldn't have one card in your hand that isn't destroying a big unit. Or in some capacity, you know,
really good.
Messing with me.
Yeah, it's got to be a good card,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, if you were really good at the game, you would also know what I can do with these dice.
A horse and an angel.
A horse is really the telltale sign.
Sounds like a George Lucas film.
Because the best reactions are all power dice sides.
Yeah. Which means I've got one too. Okay. So that's telling. That's like passing the call, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, every part of me wants to attack that Sonic Swordsman. Or that Holy Knight. 4 life is a really important number. What are you up to? I feel like I know if I go back and watch the last stream. You want to put gravity training on somebody. Attach an enhanced strength to target exhausted unit. So you want to come out the other end of this turn with a gravity training on something that has gotten to go, obviously. Conveniently, nothing that gigantic can overkill, so that's interesting. 2 life or higher across all your board there. How'd you manage that one?
Magic. George says big plays or go home.
Summon Ancestor Spirit, hitting the table.
That's what we need that horsey for.
Womp, womp.
All right.
I might use that horse to draw a card. You never know.
And that's false. We all know it's false.
Stacking them deep, selling them cheap.
You know it, man. You know it.
That Conjuration not being in the sleeve is bothering. It's tilting me.
The mirror spirit?
Yeah. Why is it out there just without a sleeve?
Just, that way you can really tell the difference.
There's some people that are really bothered by pillows that are not in pillowcases also. Do you know that? It's kind of what it feels
That are
like.
not in pillowcases?
Yeah, like
Does that bother you?
no, but it's like a serious problem some people have. It's like it bothers me.
It's like seeing someone outside their skin.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
Yeah. And it's certainly not something I've experienced, but
All right. Man, this game is wonderful.
don't tell Nick.
Yeah. It goes straight to his head.
It goes straight to his head, and then he'll lose his edge and he'll start designing garbage. We've seen it before, haven't we?
Got him. I mean, it feels so wrong to do nothing. You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna put an Ancestor Spirit on.
I know. Can I see that Ancestor Spirit?
If it comes into play, I get to look at a card and then stop looking at it.
Yeah.
Which means maybe I will literally just draw with that horsey.
All right, here you go.
Maybe it's a free card.
I'm going to pass.
What are you up to?
I moved my pawn to king 2, whatever that space is called. And then I moved my knight over here to cover it,
What are you up to here?
You know what's amazing?
What?
Do me a favor and count your dice.
Do you have a bunch? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I don't even have a horsey. There it goes. Pressure off. You made it. I have an 11 die deck, okay?
That would be powerful. Yeah.
I'm glad we got that
Thank
before.
KON.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what you spent?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And then resonance. It gets you 2 back. So essentially 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. I'll trust you.
Well, yeah. -1. Okay.
Doesn't change anything.
You're probably, I don't know, you take 7, you take 7. Not worried about it. It's following my heart.
Listen to your heart.
Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm.
Jeremy says, how to make Iron Rhino viable? Have an 11 dice turn.
I think I deserve that, yeah. Iron Rhino is going to attack that Holy Knight.
Oh, I like how you aggressively just put it on top of my card. Get off of me. I want my space. Okay.
Let's learn. See what you can do here.
I do like this. All right. I'm going to play Strange Copy.
Oh, right, that old thing. Yeah.
My Mirror Spirit is going to become your Butterfly Monk.
Oh, that's tight.
And then I'm going to guard.
If it's my Butterfly Monk, it can't guard.
Oh, why not?
Gigantic 1.
Hold on. Back up.
I put it on your side of the board for easy reference.
Okay. I understand.
Maybe if it's on top of Holy Knight, you'll pay attention.
My whole plan. That's a problem. Well,
Just a dead holy knight. It's not a big deal.
no. Do I want to do this even yet?
Get Rhino for Rhino.
No, I think there's maybe,
Can kill each other.
but I take 2. You're going here.
That's a sloppy Joe board you got there. What even is the arrangement?
You did this thing.
I just, it's a Rhino. I mean, it's charging. Highest attack in the game. Do you think that Mirror Spirit's as big as a planet?
Hopefully, yeah.
Probably on an X2. That's the case.
All right, I'm just gonna make the Holy Knight a copy of Rhino right now.
Rhino for Rhino.
Let's just trade.
We kill each other, and you take 2 damage.
You got it.
It's a good deal.
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna exhaust here. And swing at your Butterfly Monk.
I'll take it on Ren.
You got it. Take 3.
Not taking that exhaustion.
And around this goes away.
I'm no fool. All right, Beast Tamer's going to swing at your Mirror Spirit there because we know you're blocking with it.
Got it. I'm going to use the Angel Exhaust here.
The +1/+1?
You got it.
Butterfly for 1 over there on Echo.
You got it. 3 for 3.
Done?
Yep. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Well, that was an interesting exchange.
Passes to you. Yeah. I don't feel awful about it, but I also don't feel great about it. My Guardian Angel.
How many dice do I get this time?
10, roughly. Whew.
All right. Asking for a friend. Don't pay attention, please.
A friend day.
A friend day, that's right.
A friend day.
Okay. Well, all right. I got your number here. Let's get the threats out. Rhino 1.
Here comes the sun.
5. Rhino. I say. He's back. And then side action. Let's see if we need to do anything there. I'll turn some dice up. Let's meditate twice. Oof. Both of my favorite cards. That's right. Could have gotten closer to him, you know? Look at that beautiful watercolor of power dice.
It's pretty crazy.
Rook to E8.
What did you E8? Let's meditate.
Look at all those angels.
One.
Oof.
One line.
Both shatter pulses gone.
Two. One horsey.
Playing something big, huh?
And then no. Yes. Let's think about this. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
Got that Rhino pressure.
Under pressure.
Rhino is kind of the Hulk Hogan of Ashes, is it not?
You know, I've thought the same thing. Basically. Let's just get a Mirror Spirit up in this biz.
Up in the spot.
Is that right?
Mirror Spirit for a 0-2.
Yeah, we're good.
Man.
Desperate times.
Really consider me impressed.
Big money time.
You know,
see what big brain plan Mr. Woolley's got. While you're thinking about this,
yeah,
brush my teeth.
you can go brush your teeth.
Anything?
Sponsored by Crest.
Invisalign, brought to you by.
Oh, I got to talk to the chat about something.
All right, I'm gonna shut the door so you can do it.
Yes, good catch there. It is 2 dice for that Mirror Spirit. It's probably only spending 1 because it's such a worthless conjuration. So Safeguard. Prevent all damage dealt to the chosen target by an opponent's attack, spell, ability, or dice power. Now, you can't Safeguard and Seeds of Aggression, I have to imagine, right? Because they deal damage to each other equal to their attack value. That's not the same as an opponent's attack. So let's just make sure. Just make sure that's the case. David, no, karaoke is not a part of Store 3.0. Karaoke makes me feel incredibly awkward. Incredibly awkward. Great. Okay, thank you, Shuffle Boss. I appreciate that. So this seems obvious to me. So this is actually really cool. You find these little interactions when you start playing, and I love it about deck building games. So I can side action Ice Buff this Rhino, and then Seeds of Aggression, kill the Swordsman, take 4, not die, which is amazing. I'm also holding Rin's Fury, which is just like, so you have a 4 damage Rhino here. How tempting is that to play out an attack? And then your Rin's Fury, destroy the attack, like game is over. Like there's no coming back from this for Zach, I think. The exchange was too favorable on the first turn. Yeah, Jeremy, Mirror Spirit is a great card, but it's just being played, you know, as a 0-4. Why would you ever do that? Body? Kyle, you're right. Rhino is just too strong. Needs a nerf. Gonna have to be restricted. Ryan, you know, that's a great question. Since you're all here, I do have a special announcement. The most exciting news is that we do indeed have a water-containing partner in Nalgene water bottles made in the USA, 100% HDPE food-grade plastic, easily recyclable, usable potentially forever, if you keep track of it. the best way to essentially hydrate your brain, which is really the story of these streams. If you've been following the past few months, watching every day, one person on the stream has been drinking water at a 48 ounce a time quantity in a safe way, in a way that will not spill on the cards. The other one has not really been hydrating their brain effectively. And as such, the wet-brained streamer has been dominating. Flesh and Blood, dominating. Ashes, dominating. Marvel Champions, who could tell? Arkham, questionable. Throwbacks, dominating. So it just goes to show you that your number one indicator of gaming performance is how hydrated are you. And if you're playing games and drinking water, put a lid on it. Nalgene made in the USA. Water your life. And here's the drink. Every time I'm happy for it. Sweet, nature, life-giving water. I don't think there's any way that Zach wins this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a complete blowout. Like, not even close. Not even close. Look at this hand. Look at this hand. Safeguard, by the way, favorite card. Doesn't that work with close combat? No, it does not. Do I even like this card? I like it. Yeah, I like it. So I'm going to do Ice Buff, Seeds. The next turn, oh, I hope he falls for this Rin's Fury. I really hope he falls for this. Alex, I didn't know that. Sharks are older than trees. Well, that's interesting. I mean, that can't possibly be true. Like all sharks? No. A singular shark is older than some trees is true. One shark, there's not a shark in the world that's older than the oldest tree. That can't possibly be true. Nick. Whoa. I did not realize that. So Safeguard, apparently, if you play it at the end of the turn, it carries over into the next turn. Now that's insane. That's insane. Oh, the species. Sharks have been around longer than trees. That's pretty hard to believe. I'm not sure Safeguard is right anymore. I thought it worked with Seeds for a second. I think when I was choosing it. Yeah, everything's fine. It's fine.
Got it?
Yeah, everything's all right.
Did you look at my hand?
Nope.
Uh-huh.
We're pretty sure you're going to win, though.
Uh-huh.
Hand's awful.
Don't lie to me.
All right, you ready?
Ash
Side
Buff.
action. Rin. Ice Buff the Rhino. 5 life. Then we'll play Seeds of Aggression. The Rhino and Sonic Swordsman will deal each other's attack to each other. I'll take 4, you'll take 7.
You got it.
See if this plays out as we were predicting on the stream. Not knowing your cards.
Do math.
Math, huh? Interesting. Oh, Mirror Spirit costs 2 also. We caught you.
Oh. That's helpful.
For me, Justin also said, Zach, I got Invisalign on Friday, and now I understand the pain of brushing and cleaning.
I
After
brushed, but I
day
forgot to
3.
put my Invisalign back in.
Oh, you gotta see.
Thank you for that. Now. Yeah.
Let me look at your
First week's
hand.
the
Let
roughest.
me look at your hand.
Right here.
See these hands? These healing hands? Ben Carson, everybody. Interesting. Is Safeguard even good? Tyler, I do think the Rhino will be able to attack. But it's going to be at the very end. When all seems lost. Or maybe not. I don't know. Just thinking about it.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Hope? Pain? Suffering?
Usually. A little bit of both.
A little Eastern philosophy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we got to deal with that Rhino.
Do you, though? I mean, really?
Yes.
He's fine. You can take 7, get it over with. You got 9 health left.
I need to count my dice so that way I can correct my cost structure here.
Okay. You work in finance?
So spreadsheets are for.
Cost structure, huh?
I do. Yeah, I get it.
Kyle, I agree. The Rhino has been crushing. I think we've got a tier 1 deck here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to win nationals. Internationals. Worlds. D'Artagnan.
I think that's the one.
You know, we've been very concerned about your lack of drinking water on the stream, and particularly the fact that your water vessel doesn't have a lid on it. That's just irresponsible. You know, going into the next store, if we really did have like 100 Nalgene's,
that would be very good marketing in the lead up.
Serve water in, you know, and make sure everything's always.
Imagine if members had an Nalgene with their name on it, and then they could do the same thing every time we wash it and clean it.
A bunch of wet brains in the store.
All right. It must be done. It must be done.
You gonna send that mirror spirit through?
You know it. All right. Mirror Spirit's gonna attack your Phoenixborn.
0.
I'm gonna play Crescendo.
Say when I
declare attackers, I do 1 to myself and 3 to a unit. You better have it.
Golden Veil?
There it is.
I got it.
How does it read? Golden Veil.
You may play this spell after an opponent targets a unit with a spell, ability, or dice power. Cancel that effect and the remaining effects of that spell, ability, or dice power. When do you target me? At the beginning or the end?
You may play this spell after you have declared attackers. Deal damage to a target unit you control to deal 3 damage to a target unit.
Okay.
So I assume I shall take the damage and then you don't.
Yeah.
All right. Then I exhaust for nothing. Go ahead.
An excellent trade, if I do say so myself. Is this one of those swing with everything moments? Let's swing with the Rhino.
For 7?
7, yeah.
You did it. When I take that, I'm going to play Sympathy Pain. After I take 1 of her wound tokens, replace my Phoenixborn as a result of an attack. I can deal 2 damage to a target unit or Phoenixborn that player controls. So
what are you
I'm
choosing?
gonna deal 2 to your Butterfly Monk.
To the monk, huh?
Yeah.
What do you got planned?
Who's to say, really?
All right. Monk gone. Mend ability will trigger. Let's remove 1. Heal that Rhino? Can heal that Rhino. Well, he'll run. Okay. Over to Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Summon an ancestor spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Comes into play, draw a card. Place one on the bottom. And no side action.
Okay. I'm gonna play a Sonic Swordsman. Lion. Music. Basic. Make sure I have what I need. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Wheel. I'm gonna pass that. How many moves ahead are you? You on turn 4 yet?
You'd be surprised.
Got Ash's cards on the ceiling. Queen's Gambit won like a
Bunch of awards.
Emmy or something, whatever they call it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Golden Globe, Emmy,
Yeah,
Oscar.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It's a great show.
It's a good one.
I'm gonna side action exhaust here temporarily.
Mm.
Sonic Swordsman's gonna swing at your ancestor spirit. I don't need to exhaust that. You can't block it, right?
Can't block
I'm
it.
gonna back that up.
No,
I'm
that's
just gonna
right,
swing
that's
at your
right, that's right.
ancestor spirit.
All right. You know what? I will not counter.
Okay. I'll hit you for 3.
Have I got news for you? Rin's Fury. After unit control is dealt damage by a unit's attack, prevent it and destroy the attacking unit.
Seems impossible.
Swing for 2 on Echo there.
You got it. Mine?
Yeah.
Let's go Chaos Gravity. Here. I'll put an exhaustion here. I'll move an exhaustion here. And then I'll remove this one.
Cover him up. Okay. Oh, he's fresh now. Swing for 2 at Echo.
Block you.
All right.
I'll pass.
2 dice? Yeah, that can't be terrible. Swing for 2 on Echo.
You got it. Pass.
Pass.
You got it.
Oh my gosh.
Not good.
Game went well.
You destroying the Sonic Swordsman there was really good.
The card is bonkers.
I had the ability to unexhaust him 3 times.
Oof.
So it was good for you. Draw back up.
I don't need that bail anymore, I reckon. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Let's summon
The old mirror spirit.
Mirror Spirit, but it comes in 1.
Each exhaustion token on a unit. Is there 2? On units? Yeah. It's per exhaustion, yeah?
Okay. Did it. And then I'm good on the side action.
Okay. Okay. Let's meditate. We are going to meditate. 2, 3. We're going to meditate 4 times. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then main action, swing for 2 at the Mirror Spirit.
Let's play Strange Copy. Mirror Spirit will become a copy of Beast Tamer. Place title, printed abilities, and printed attack, life, and cover values with those of the target unit. If your printed value is X, use the current value of X. So I don't know if it doesn't really matter so much. I have 3 life now, and I have all of his abilities. Yeah. Let's do this.
So you only take 1.
Yep.
That's good.
Punch her back. I don't
Punched.
exhaust, right?
You do not exhaust. No? That's a good copy. That's a good copy right there.
I do approve. Okay. Let's play Jungle Warrior. Then music notes and the basic. I'll meditate into Double Horse.
Okay. Let's do side action. 1 there. He's not a strange copy anymore, right? Is that just the turn? Or is it the round?
Remainder of the turn. Okay, so this goes away.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. And then he goes away?
Yeah. And then main action.
Hold on.
You got shenanigans?
I'm going to play Shatter Pulse. After a unit I control is destroyed, I can destroy a target unit.
I'm going to Golden Veil that.
You got it.
Whatever it is.
Seems good.
And then main action. Close combat. Beast Tamer. Unexhausted unit, deal damage to another target unit equal to the attack value. I'm going to do 2 there. Then I either place a wound or an exhaustion. I'll take a wound. Come on into the meat grinder, boys.
Pass.
Devastating.
Take 2. Or whatever you're going to do.
I'll swing for 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll, can I frog my own stuff?
You can, yeah.
I'm gonna frog myself.
Ladies. That, how to lose a guy in 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Brush yourself.
You got any shenanigans?
Yeah.
Here comes the Rhino again.
You got me. Let's try that one again.
Okay.
All right. Went very poorly.
Look, are saying I'm kind of sad I sold my Ashes stuff. Well,
It's never too late to
it's
get
never
back
too
in.
late to get back in. That's right. That's right, Nick. That's for you.
Nick says, wow.
Rhino op.
That's right. I mean, it's kind of interesting because, like, if you have a way to stop me from answering your Rhino, it's good.
Yeah, that is the goal for sure. Who's next? Round 1 complete. Next round, Brennan. Odette. What's up, Greg? The exciting news is that Ashes is here in the States. The products are officially here. They'll be shipping out imminently, and everyone will have Reborn in their hands.
Jason says, hey, Zach, Bugs Bunny, let me some of Mike's secret stuff for you from Space Jam. PMK, the dream is real. If you beat me again, I'm going to have to switch to either Odette or
A real
Brennan.
deck?
This isn't an Unreal deck.
Beat you with half my deck.
Take a 10. Take another.
Take another.
All right. Five basics.
2.
We'll go first. Like you do. All right. Well, let's just try it again. Same thing,
That's right.
different voice.
Playing Beast Tamer. Side action. Ice. Cool, cool, cool.
Summon Mirror Spirit.
Rhino. Summon. Side action Resonance.
Mm-hmm.
2. And the basic doesn't really matter. And we'll bring 2 back. 1 and 1.
Five. Play Gravity Train.
We're gonna grab it up. Butterfly. That's right, Jordan. It's all head games at this point. It's what you learn. Play the player.
Sure. I'll exhaust your Beast Tamer and swing for 3.
Got it.
And then unexhaust your Beast Tamer.
Ancestor Spirit.
Pass.
Has a Sympathy die read? Draw a card and then you may put one on the bottom?
Yeah. Or top. Or not.
Or not, or none.
I love playing the same match over and over again and then changing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Here comes the sun.
Rhino, Rhino.
Here comes the sun, and I say, it's Rhino. Shine, shine, shine. Shine, shine, shine.
All right. Let's summon a mirror spirit.
Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
And then your turn. I'll meditate one.
Pump it up.
Put up, baby.
Wheel. Let's swing at the Holy Knight.
You got it.
Excellent. No side action.
Sonic Swordsman.
Monk on. Butterfly monk. Where is it?
Where did you put it? Is it in your deck? Because
Oh, of course it is.
Uh-huh.
It's my placeholder. It's where my my cancels are.
Sonic Swordsman against Swing the Monk.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'll be.
I don't want to exhaust that beast tamer.
Charisma Kid 92. Is that's just easy to learn? Is it costly game? Pretty easy to learn. Very straightforward rule set. Simple, but a lot of depth. Cost is like $50 for the core set. It comes with enough to build like 6 decks at a time, 6 unique Phoenix Born, and then if you have a subscription, it's $30 every 3 months. Not very expensive as far as card games go.
Okay.
I'm working on the ground.
So I take 3 to keep the monk alive. Or I go to 2 damage. Monk dies. Beast Tamer is exhausted. Mirror Spirit hits for 1. End up at 3 damage. -1 Butterfly Monk. Or I'm at 6 damage plus Butterfly Monk. But also, yeah, I'll block with Rin. Take 3.
Call me in the morning.
1 goes to a 4, so
You got it.
Beast Tamer gonna swing at that Mirror Spirit for 2.
Strange copy. Will become an Iron Rhino. Dunk on you.
He did. Yeah, he did.
He did. Bye, Felicia.
Over to you.
We'll just use this and make my Sonic Swordsman a little better.
Working on a gravity belt. One echo.
Echo.
Next turn.
Mm-hmm.
What a tangled web we weave. Missed upon. See what kind of goods we get.
Wait, I just drew 6. That would definitely help.
Am I right?
Okay. What are we up to here?
Oh yeah, dice. They matter. It's a good question, Mr. Lee. Basically asking if we'll eventually do how to pick your starting 5
Yeah.
dice. That's worth diving into. For now, I'm really experimenting with 5 and 5 of my dice types, and then the first 5, basics are looking for a couple things. You're going to spend 10 dice across 5 cards, and then what is the threat you're trying to set up for the rest of the game, and then how many answers do you need to have in deck of the fundies. Charisma Kid saying, thanks. Would you say it's an overall better experience for Ashes or Flesh and Blood?
Impossible.
Totally different games. They're both dueling, but very, very different. Ashes is more mystical, Phoenix-born magic creature stuff fighting. Flesh and Blood's more like, 2 characters fighting in the alley, some of which are magical. Very different games. If you like collectible games, Flesh and Blood is great. If you don't, I think Ashes, they're both phenomenal games.
All right, let's summon a butterfly monk. Can have 2 out, so that's worth something. I don't even think I have 2 in here. Do you have one in your collection? Dang it. Hold on, I might have one here. I probably do. Just didn't sleeve it because it didn't matter. Nope. Monk on. Ooh, I love 2 monks. And then side action, let's turn a bunch of dice.
I need that old nature's path. Want everything?
It's good against those butterflies. At least they do something on the way out. So I really want a horse and a snake above all. More than anything. All right, I'll meditate twice.
2 of my faves.
Snake. Horse. Always turn your weakest die to their power sides.
That's right.
Hot Ashes tip for you there. Let's just, I mean, come on. What other game? Can you have an Iron Rhino surrounded by butterfly monks? It makes my heart happy. The prince and his escort have arrived. Yeah, the Ashes is a little less meta impacted for sure, because first 5, whatever deck you're running, your first 5 can probably answer whatever meta problems your opponent's throwing at you. But deck building definitely impacts things. That second hand is like critical.
I need another unit, friends.
Mirror Spirit? That old thing?
Meditate. Lion. Just map this out. Meditate.
A lot of horses there.
Holy Night.
Oh, holy night. Da 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 dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Well, 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 well. Here we are. Side action for some ice armor.
And then let's Seeds of Aggression. Damage to damage. And I'm going to use this horse.
All right, take 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good card.
Yep. Switching to Ren has been a revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, are you still out there? I've got a question. Or somebody who knows the rules. If Zach played a deal 1 to everything card right here, would the Butterfly Monk Mend ability resolve to heal the Rhino before it died from the 1 damage?
I feel like when there's an instance
Is there Moribund?
of me playing a 1 of everything, I choose the Order of Resolution.
If you choose the order, then yeah. Fair enough.
That seems...
That's really the question, I guess.
Yeah, the +1 life with Rin is letting your deck do things that it was not
It's
doing.
so good. It's
previously.
so much better. It's crazy. Xerodor says you do choose the order, yeah.
Because like just the reality that you can nature yourself off the board and get another Rhino is like too much. It's too much.
This Rhino is overpowered. We've broken it. It's over. All those Ashes League people are going to be like, we thought the Hydra was good, but now the Rhino meta has arrived. Just kidding, of course.
Let's use 2 basics and get a Mirror Spirit with no counters on it. And you have the Exhortation. Like I just have the body. It's so bad. There were plays earlier where it's like I could just lose if he has this card in his hand.
All right, let's use side action, meditate, and let's summon an Ancestor Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to draw a card, put 1 on the bottom. Just want to know I've got something cooking. The groaning.
It's bad.
The Zach groaning.
It's just bad. It's no way to slice it.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess.
Tyler, you're right. So the little ice buff is proving super key. It's so true. It gets past the basic math of units.
Let's put your eye right now. Holy night.
It's a safe swing.
You just block it.
I can. That's right. I mean, Uniguard it.
You got it.
Dead. Kill the Rhino. Swing at that Mirror Spirit for 2.
Block with Echo.
Side action.
I have a reaction when that happens. I'm going to try to Sympathy Pain 2 damage onto your Rhino.
Onto my Rhino.
Spin that snake.
You got it.
Oh my goodness.
There's snakes here.
He took one of his 2 queens.
Come on.
You have a snake?
I do. I don't have the card.
Yeah, good. Excellent.
Side action.
If you did, it was going to get real fishy.
Side action will pass.
Okay.
Michael, no, we don't have a discount code on any of that stuff. That's all through Plaid Hat. Are you an angel?
You're an angel.
Oh.
I'm gonna give this angel some enhanced holy strength.
The better angel.
And yeah, go ahead.
All right, Rhino.
Das Rhino.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's got them froggies hanging around. Man, two rhinos in the same turn is too much. You got to get it off the board, but if you have a way to stop.
I'm going to safeguard that Rhino. Can't touch it till my next turn.
What do you mean by can't touch it?
Choose a target unit. Until the start of your next turn, prevent all damage dealt by an opponent's attack, spell, ability, or dice power.
Can't
Being
damage
received.
it.
Can't damage it.
I can
That's
touch it in other ways. There's not
right.
damage.
You can exhaust it, yeah.
All right, great. All right, Chaos Gravity. Let's walk on some water.
Yeah. It's gone. Okay. Chaos indeed.
Working on the gravity
I'm passing.
belt.
I got nothing
Yeah,
to do.
you're like, nah, I don't want none of this. Let me read this guy. Or last. All right, all right. There it is. Echo.
Echo!
Will exhaust to exhaust this. You know what? That's dumb. I was gonna swing with a Holy Knight at the Iron Rhino, and then it's like, well, you can either block with Rin and take 4, or lose the Iron Rhino, and then it's like, well, if you lose the Iron Rhino, the exhaustion goes away. So like, what am I even doing?
True story.
So there's better plays.
Soft control. You're a Lannister now. It's all about Neil.
Yeah, I'm not used to this soft control business. You have a frog. I don't want to lose my knight.
One frog. Can I even choose that? Spells? Yeah, I can choose it technically. What's up, Nicolo? Ashes Reborn is here in the States. It's imminent. It'll be shipping very soon. So we will have no more delays unless it's like a weird delay.
All right, I'll exhaust here and attack your Phoenix Born for 4.
Okay? Okay. Block here.
Mm-hmm.
Counter.
You got it.
Bing, bing. Remove 1 wound. This goes away.
Yeah.
Swing at the Holy Knight.
You got it. Just mistakes. In my head, I have a strange copy. It's like, oh, I can become the butterfly monk. And then it's like, but he just loses the butterfly monk. So I can't block when it's gone. It's okay. I'll leave that there. Pass.
Over to me, huh? That's a great question, actually. I probably should. I'm gonna leave that too.
All right. Could have gone so much better.
Dang it. And we see our dice before we mulligan.
Yeah.
And then we will discard. Oh, what do we discard? Discard 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay.
All
You
right.
ready?
Ready to party?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Jungle Warrior. Music and a basic. Side action, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. This guy was talking about MetaZoo. I've seen MetaZoo. It's insane. It's kind of like a Pokemon Go card game. It's interesting. You like go around in the world and there's like stuff. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned these days, but like, I just get scared of that stuff now. Let's start with the meditation. Oh, I'm gonna meditate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
Jiminy, quick Christmas.
Yeah. We're gonna go snake, 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 horse, horse. A classic tale. It's like Zelda's Ocarina.
Okay.
Main action is really the best question of all. We're gonna play a flute mage. That one that unexhausts something. Over to you.
He's got to go. But he can't.
He will not.
Oh man, this is fun. I'm gonna put a holy relics onto the mirror spirit.
Whoa.
+2, +2.
All right. 2-4. Dad's home. Okay. Over to me.
Over to you.
Okay.
You ever feel like you had a brief moment where it could have been your game and it wasn't?
Side action for the Rhino there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll swing for 7 at the mirror spirit there. That's a 2-4.
Well, this is either going to be great or awful. I'll block with Echo.
Okay.
Like, I'll take a 7.
All right, 7. Cool. Cool.
All right. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Jungle Warrior.
Wow. Trying to set up a monster mirror spirit here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Summon an ancestor spirit. It's another one I may not have more of. I'm failing. Help. Help.
Help me.
Where's my ancestor spirit? Help.
It's not here.
You serious?
You put him somewhere weird.
No.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. Sleeving him up because I treat my conjurations nicely. I'm going to draw a card. And then put one on the bottom. This one. Over to you.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna do, bun?
I don't know.
This Rhino meta is just too much.
Swing for 2 at red.
I'm going to play Call to Action. Declare attackers, remove an exhaustion.
So good.
We built this city, man.
Oh, we did build that.
We built this thing. 2. No blocks. Well, actually, let's just make it as degenerate as possible. Block here.
Okay.
And then I've got Rin's Fury as a reaction.
Yep. Why not? You keep trading 2 dice for my 6 dice.
That's opposite of what was happening earlier, you know? Oh, goodness. This is good for me.
Mine? Or no, it's yours.
It's mine.
That was my attack.
It was your attack.
Oh, you only get 1 reaction per turn, apparently.
Oh, is that a new thing? All right. Then it goes back. Ancestor Spirit will not block. I will take 2.
Don't worry about me. I'm just going to be over here piddling around.
Okay. Well, let's boat on. I reckon Ancestor Spirit's gonna swing at that Jungle Warrior.
All right. I'll counter.
Done.
When it is destroyed, I can spend a basic to remove an exhaustion token. When it's destroyed, I can place a status token on a target unit.
He's getting bigger. Like that, is that Slinking Bandito or whatever in Spoiled?
Yeah, yeah. Every turn just getting slightly better.
That thing was crazy.
Uh,
You know what's funny? You technically, if you call to action here, remove this exhaustion, then you also remove this exhaustion with a side action. But it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just slower.
Yeah, it's just slower. It's just worse.
But, you know, it's fun to consider. It's to exhaust the Rhino and swing at you for 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's your attack? 3 now? 2?
3.
3?
2.
2? Attack of 2. I'll take 2. No block skis.
All right. I feel like you're just humoring me.
I'm just trying to clear this out. Because then you can't do anything. Mm-hmm. Spirit on the old Jungle Warrior there.
I'll counter.
Yeah.
Pay 1. Status token. Remove an exhaustion. We're going Mirror Spirit.
Back in the game. The spirit is upon us. Do these buff their life too? Just their attack?
Just their attack.
I'm Frog 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
And Frog for a Butterfly Monk.
Yeah, that's good. Pass.
Swing at the Butterfly Monk. Or swing at the Mirror Spirit.
Counter.
Okay. Move 1. Over to you.
Pass.
3 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Swing at Echo.
Block. Counter for 3. Pass.
And pass as well. All right. What kind of goods do you have? Exhortation.
I have nothing.
Swing for
You
16.
killed me by like 80. All right, I'm switching decks. What time is it? Yeah, we're good.
Do you do one more Rhino?
One more.
Or, yeah.
I need a lightning round.
Or do you want a different? You want to do a different?
No, you figured out the Rhino,
Okay, you
dude.
figure the Rhino. You play the Rhino.
I think you are doing things that are good. I just want to see what my other answers to it are. Because basically, like, In that deck, the extra health and then the thing where you do damage, you're getting rid of that big stuff and not dying, and then you go to swing, and then you get to put another Rhino in.
Yeah, we did a good job.
I don't know if I have a way around because I exhaust, but your ability to destroy it aggressively
I can aggressively destroy that Rhino. That's
is
right.
good.
Okay.
Let me look at what I had going on here.
I'm gonna keep rocking
Yeah.
till it doesn't work.
I'm going to switch to Odette. See how it feels.
Okay.
And if this doesn't work, I'm going to Brennan next week.
Put the damage to a target unit equal to, so you probably don't want to do that to a Rhino. Okay. But you can clear out the blockers and stuff. Don't draw cards, that's right. Terrence says to play the Rhino until Zach can beat it. That's right. This is how testing happens.
Now you know I'm serious because these conjurations are sleeved.
Oh, yeah. 3 basics. Yeah, I do know that, don't I?
2 basics.
I will have you go first, I think. I think me rolling in a second first player is better.
Yes.
I'm
If you have a Rhino on the board going into turn 2, it's really good if you're going first.
Yeah.
Because I have to have something on the table to deal with your Rhino. If I
My
don't.
first turn is like, can I clear the board and keep a Rhino in play?
Yeah.
And it's just 7. So, yeah, you can go first.
All right.
So easy to get hooked on this game, especially once you have like a deck like this Rhino deck that you're tweaking. It's just like, oh man.
Let's think about this.
Just run it. Run it, Charlie Parker. Run it, run it.
I'm going to meditate at least once.
Ooh, ran into that meteor. Nice.
Gone.
Is that her signature? It's not, is it?
No. Going into a lion.
Wow. You got the heat.
And then this will go into a goat. If you're going to meditate, make it
Yeah,
happen.
go for it.
Then, this is the real trick. I think I put the pressure on. Sure. You've seen it.
Oh my god.
You know it. Holy night. Save that. These.
So that's your end of your turn, yeah?
Make sure that this math holds up. Cool. Yeah.
All right. Beast Tamer. And then we're going to side action meditate. Here. I guess we'll go to the horse. It's nice to have an illusion die on the table, isn't it? Play a civilized game.
That's right. All right.
Yeah, Thomas, Scarlet Witch has 2 obligations.
Side action?
Yeah.
Do you have a side action?
Yeah, I meditated.
Okay. Let's play Summon Dread Wraith.
No, the Wraith.
You remember it.
Here it is. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, let's do Rhino. Let's do Resonance. So this would be Rhino. Resonance is 2 and a basic. And then we bring 2 back. We're bringing 2 back.
Oh.
What?
Take it to the club.
Now I could technically scare you with the, but
Mine?
yeah.
Let's play Summon Emperor Line.
You got the big uns.
Back to Zach's beefy boys.
That's correct. But if I'm coming in,
All right. Okay, so you can get a monk and a rhino. I get it. I've seen this before. I've seen it before. Somehow, Palpatine has returned. I'll pass.
Fat Action, Ice Buff, that beef tamer.
The old beef tamer. I love it.
That's right. And then play summon Ancestor Spirit.
No card's name?
None. At some point, we'll care about that.
Under pressure. So you can either get an Ancestor Spirit or a Monk and a Rhino. Let me see something. Don't worry about it. Seems appropriate. I'm not doing what I agreed to do. What my brain was gonna do. We're gonna summon the Emperor Lion.
Okay.
2 angels, which is really 2 lions, and a basic.
Makes him stronger.
That's right. Roar.
Bless you.
Here comes the Emperor Lion. Beautiful card. When he comes into play, search my draw pile. Reveal a spell with law in its title. I can place it into my hand. I can immediately play it, ignoring its action or side action cost. Oh, I messed up. Can't do that. Back it all the way up.
You don't need that lion.
I'd love to. Actually,
You have a basic too, I think you spent on the line.
Ah, that's right. Spent the wrong basic with the old Holy Knight. All right, sweet.
Adrian says Zach needs a Rhino tamer.
I do need a Rhino tamer. So then I have to go the other way with this? That's less exciting. I was going to bring the law.
Do 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 do. Down down.
Sure. I will pay 3 for a Dread Ray.
Guess who's back?
And
Wraitha friend. All right, time for the Rhino. Side action none. Actually, yeah, side action none.
You have a frog.
I've got 1 frog.
Frogalicious.
Un frog. Boo doo doo ba da doo boo. Boo doo doo ba da doo boo. Boo doop boop boo doo boop boop.
Bum, bum. What matters here?
You're in those divine Beavertons.
Mm-hmm. So you swing at me. How does this go? Block me 1.
Be deep.
Something.
Bad up.
Pass.
Oh. Boy, that's a tempting pass for me. 3 dice up.
Yep.
Yes, I will also pass.
Cool.
Roll, 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 roll. Dum, dum.
Forgot that was a card. Okay.
Okie dokie. Oakley dokley. Well, well, well. Let's kick this off with the Seeds of Aggression. And we're going to go Iron Rhino to Dread Wraith.
All right. You gone.
Side action. We're going to go 3. 3 meditates. Vibrate, 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 vibrate. 2 snakes and a horse.
Golden Bell cancels spells.
That's correct. What a play if I don't have it at all.
Yeah. I need to know how this interaction works before I do it.
Yes, it cancels spell.
So if I summon a lion and go get the law, and the law says,
It says target.
when the spell comes into play, choose an opponent to choose a unit they control.
Can't cancel
Then
that.
choose a unit you control. Those units deal damage to each other equal to their attack value. This damage is damage from attacking your counter and cannot be prevented.
Can't be prevented.
Almost fine. Worst case scenario, you have that one thing where they share their attack values.
Worst case.
That's not what the doctor wants.
Beep up bop ba da beep boop. Bop 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 ba da da da. Beep da da beep deep boop. You watched Chinatown? You seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
You never seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have to watch that. You like noir?
Mhm.
Like old movies?
I do like old movies.
You ever watch films with men each other men's?
With what?
You ever seen a grown man naked? That's all like airplane jokes. I didn't realize I think I've said this before, but like 90% of the humor of my father was just quotes from Airplane.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Now we know what he was working with.
That's right. At least he had good taste.
Hmm. It hurts my brain.
What's you gonna do? What's up, JD Zuber? Hey, Team Covenant is killing my wallet. First, I subscribed to the Ashes PDP, and now I'm hooked on Fab. Have subscribed for 2 of the Unlimited Monarch. Far worse problems to have. LOL. That's amazing. Hey, thank you for the support, for jumping in on what we're into. Really happy to hear that. They're both. We're in an unexpected, just golden age of games for us here, like what we like and what publishers we want to work with. I mean, we're working with Plaid Hat and Legend Story, getting away from like the giants. It's a dream come true, honestly. It's what we've always wanted. That's right, D'Artagnan. That's correct. Galactus says you haven't seen The Godfather either.
I've definitely seen The Godfather.
Okay.
That's one of my dad's favorite movies. Weirdly, that we were able to watch that.
Interesting,
but not
man.
A bunch of other
That's
things.
fascinating, actually.
He loved that kind of stuff.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. You're just gonna do annoying things.
I got this big body on the table, and I'm going to use it.
Okay, I'm just gonna make you
Make me.
do things. You got Golden Veil or not? God, I hate that card.
You played it You played it all the time.
Well, it's because you had to
Yeah, that's right.
with the snakes.
Snakes and
It's the same
rhinos
thing.
and lions. You got to protect your
The
assets.
problem is, I play a big thing. You play Seeds of Aggression. If I don't play a big thing, you aggravation.
we built this deck, man.
I know, it's got all the tools.
We built the best deck ever made in Ashes. I'm calling it here.
Galactus,
Stream
because
over.
it's all about family. It's true.
Going home. David Lee, just opened my Marvel Champions core box, and I'm diving in thanks to you guys. David, I hope you have a wonderful journey with that game, and I hope it never ends. It's a wonderful game. I mean, you're half responsible, if not more, for this
I
mess.
know, it's a
You kept
nightmare.
telling me what to put in
It's
there.
like a nightmare. All right, let's play a Grave Knight.
The real key is that Beast Tamer.
The Beast Hammer with the Ice Buff. The Ice Buff is the actual key.
The Ice Buff is the key. That's
It's
the one thing we
unreal.
missed. Somebody on the chat helped us with that last
It's
time.
unbelievable how valuable that is.
What
Grave
is
Knight,
this thing?
threatening. If it can be blocked, which is when I'm attacking your Phoenix Form, you block with a unit, it has to be blocked.
Okay, must block him.
Overkill 1, if it destroys the unit, it does 1 to your Phoenix Form. He's also a 4/3/2.
It's good stats. That's good stats.
David asked, did you read this? I was very focused. We talked about our Express Ross on Summoner Wars 2.0.
No,
I don't think we
it
have.
looks good. I mean, I'm a pretty big Summoner Wars fan. I think it's a great game.
We played that way back in the day when we first opened the store.
And I thought it was good. Lewis Brinton introduced us to that game, like many others.
That's ultimately, I think, why we would have found Ashes just by walking into Gen Con in 2015. It looked too good. But that was what made us already be paying attention when we knew they were announcing something.
That's correct. Check this out, dude. How annoying is this?
I know.
Seriously, it's unbelievable. So close combat.
Yeah. For one,
Do 7 there, and I'll take 1.
you only take 1.
Somehow, Palpatine has indeed returned. And then to keep Odette from killing me, I'll go ahead and put an ice buff on that Rhino.
It is untenable. It's untenable. Isn't that card crazy?
He's not moving his back row, Zach.
Close Combat is a card and a frog for 7. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I paid 5, you know?
But to have the Rhino that's still viable on the table.
I'm just playing the cards the best I can, man. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
It's insane.
Just keep trading 1 for 3
unmanageable.
every time.
Festers don't matter. He's got 3 snake guys. He's probably got Golden Veil. I mean, there's a bazillion. I have a thing to destroy it, but if he has a Golden Veil, I just lose.
Would you like to trade a few dice for 1?
Even if I destroy the Rhino, you just put it back out.
I can play it again.
This is
technically,
the
yes.
reality of our situation here.
Also, not going to the fully focused Rhino was key too.
Yeah,
That
5
helped
is correct.
tremendously. And actually, Ancestors Spirit being able to dig for golden veils and stuff is actually helpful too.
Yeah, and
We
that-
just made the perfect deck.
that
I
ice
mean,
buff
it's unbeatable.
is on mana
We've
reservoir.
decided it's unbeatable. Therefore, Tom Burford asking a good question. Any news on British distribution links? I think your sales model is great, and the games you've shown us over the last year in lockdown have been great, and would love to support you guys. That's awesome, Tom. Hey, so we are on like the last 5% of the technological component of our United Kingdom fulfillment system, which will be on our website. So we'll be able to serve United Kingdom domestically, which means that we can send through Royal Mail. We'll work with a distribution partner there in the UK, and we won't have to pay all the crazy shipping and all the now like insane taxes that you guys are having to deal with. So that in the next month or two, I would expect that that's happening, and we'll start small, but then eventually I think we'll try to get all of our subs firing over there. So Ashes would be a lot easier for everybody in the UK at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, it will not. UK won't be siloed now at this point. It'll just be UK domestic. EU will still have to come from the States. For now. For now. Commence global takeover.
I don't even know.
That's a great idea, Xerador. We are thinking somewhat in that direction.
All right, prove you got it. Sword of Virtue. Destroy a unit or remove all from it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Okay, go ahead. Actually, I'll side action in a light sword.
What? I have nothing to be sad about, really. Okay. Interesting. Just keep stacking them up, you know? Okay. 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 Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna just move some things over here. Just take a look there. Yeah. Maybe move this over here, just kind of to look at what that looks like, and then these things kind of can move there. We're gonna side action meditate twice into double frog, and then we're gonna pass. Now we're gonna summon that butterfly. Who am I kidding? Let's get it out of here. Let's heal that Rhino.
Play a Crimson Bomber. Side action. We'll do one first.
Here?
I think it resolves
One to target 3 units?
It's fine. I'll just do all 3 units.
Okay. Butterfly Monk, remove 1. Iron Runner takes 1. Beast Tamer takes 1. Okay. Okay. Then we'll do One here. Frog. Mm. Then we will. Holiness cut, you know, that 3. That's 3, and that means fired. And you got 2 dice. I really don't want to pass. I need something weird.
I mean, why wouldn't you send the Rhino at the Holy Night?
I lose a Rhino.
Then you can put it right back in.
I can put it right back in. That's
which
right.
is way worse for me.
Yep.
Because you'd also overkill too.
You only got 2 dice?
Mm-hmm. Unless you think I have something magical.
Ah, you don't have anything magical.
Counter.
Send it.
Take 2.
Take 2. Rhino gone. And then over to you.
Let's play a light swordsman, meditate into a lion.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Rhino on. No side.
Oh, I can't meditate because that's a side action.
Right on.
So I'll meditate on my turn to go lion. Then it's your turn.
What was the side action? The swordsman?
Yeah. I can't meditate and play the swordsman.
So what'd you do instead?
I played the swordsman.
Oh,
path,
right.
Then
And
I
I played the
meditated this
Rhino.
turn. Then it's back to
Right
me.
on. Okay. Yeah. 7 to Odette, which the swordsman, unless you got shenanigans, cannot block.
Yeah. You got it. Mm-hmm. Let's go side action +1 and swing at the Rhino.
For 3?
Mm-hmm.
I take 3 there.
You got it.
Swing for 2.
You got it. I will continue not using Odette's ability.
Yeah, right on. I'll stay. Yeah. Pass.
Okay, 11 to 3. Good exchanges.
I don't know. I think it's
Give a Rhino
I think
out.
that's some
I do
good-
have that light swordsman out there.
It's true.
That would have been handy. Would have been handy. Interesting. Some moves can just lose you the game, you know?
Mm-hmm. I do know. What do you think?
Not good.
What do you think?
You had to roll snake, didn't
I did have to roll that. It's a convenient snake.
you?
Very convenient.
Son of a.
You know, I don't know. Anything could happen.
All right, let's meditate. Definitely one goat. That and that and that. And then that. And we got one more here into Goatsville. This one's going to go ahead and go into Goatsville. That's fine.
Get that 6-die unit
We're
coming in.
going Goatsville as well. Then main action. I hate your deck.
Yes. We got there.
That's because I know what you have. Not necessarily in your hand, but like
In the world.
there's just a lot of things that go wrong about this. It's like when it's like when you're playing chess and it's like, here's the 3 things I could do and they're all really bad for me. That's how I feel.
Great. Chad's got your back, though. They believe in you. You need a little Hulk Hogan, like, crowd,
Return.
you know, fist raises.
I do.
Don't you know? You get it?
No.
You get it?
Mm-mm. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna summon an Emperor Lion.
Okay.
2 angels and a basic. Lion on. And then I will go ahead and see if there's any laws in my deck. Law of Domination. Spend 1. Choose the unit you control.
Me.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to this unit?
I'm gonna choose the unit I control, and they're gonna deal damage to each other.
Okay.
And it's unblockable.
Unblockable damage.
Yep.
So I take an unblockable 3. You take an unblockable 7.
Well, you choose one of your units, then I choose one of my units. That
Right.
happens.
Right. But what possible shenanigans could you have here? I choose, then you choose?
Mhm.
Well, that's interesting.
Well, you choose the unit I control. Sorry.
Oh, I choose a unit you control, and then I choose a unit I control?
You choose the unit you control, then you choose. All right. When this spell comes into play, choose an opponent. They choose the unit that they control. Then choose the unit you control. So I get a pick. Those units deal damage to each other equal to their attack value.
Okay. So I choose a unit, then you choose one of your units. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be no matter what, you can't hate it. The unit I will choose is Beast Hammer.
Okay. Let's use Emperor Lion. So I do 3 to you, you do 2 to me.
Done.
And that was my summon. And then I will pass to you.
Okay. We will meditate.
My
3.
deck's getting thin.
That's right.
New win condition. I'm playing Mill next week.
1. 2. 3. We'll do one more.
Just take a peek here.
4. Do one more. 5.
Odds of golden veils are high.
High stepping. And then butterfly monk.
All right, we know you got it. I got to just make you use it. Let's exhaust that to do 2 of the butterfly monk.
Take 1. Get a red for 1. Let's go ahead and summon our ancestor spirit. Spirit of your ancestors. Draw a card. I'm going to keep that one. We're going to put 1 on bottom. Side action, frog to lion.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. Grave Knight.
Let's do 2 meditates. We don't care.
Just finish it.
We don't care. And then close combat. 7 to that
Oh my
thing.
lord.
1 to me.
I'm gonna start running Golden Veil. That card is dumb. Isn't that card crazy?
It is on Rhino. Or in general.
I think in general, a frog to even all my units would be great with it. It's
Just
like,
having a snake.
if you deal 4 to them and then you take 1.
Yep.
That's like Seeds of Aggression, but way better. Seeds, you obviously have to be, you can be exhausted and still use it, but like,
Yeah, close combat's great.
Christ almighty.
It's so good.
Crimson Bomber?
You triggering it?
No. Just a body.
Body, body, body. Okay. 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 Interesting. Then side action here. Ice up the Rhino. Rhino swing, Crimson Bomber.
Counter?
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy, you're right.
Yeah.
Who suggested that ice thing? The ran over Aerodome.
Someone last week, and I
Yeah.
owe them a debt of pain.
Side action, 1 there.
Yeah.
And then I'll swing for 2.
You got it. Pass. Get dunked on.
Pass.
Jesus. So I got to figure out how to get around that. Oh my goodness.
Man, you kept threading the needle on those units. I was just waiting one moment where you don't have two, and that exhortation.
Yeah, I
is the end
know.
of it.
That's what.
It's
So
crazy.
like, I'm constantly balancing.
Crazy.
I had multiple like, I have things that destroy you. This doesn't target you, so that's harder to get around if I ever have it. I kept being able to destroy you, but it's like you have a snake showing. And so, and
I had like two
yeah,
golden veils.
yeah,
that
you're
whole
just
time.
hanging on it, and it's like, well, I can't waste an action to do that and then get golden veiled because I have one unit, and then you kill me with
With
exhortation.
exhortation, yeah.
So I have to keep putting 2 units on it, but my like, that's taxing me so much, and you just have a ton of ways to get rid of one of my units every time, no matter how big or whatever they are. And then like every time I do something, you would either get rid of the unit or you would give +1 health, so I can't counter you anymore. And like every
And I hate this game.
literally every play, I felt like your response was putting me in check again. It's like that moment where you're just constantly in check.
You're kind of walking around the king.
And it's like, I'm not dead yet, but like I'm in check every turn. It's awful.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, if no other consolation, we can both take pleasure in the fact that it was a mutual
Achievement.
deck building achievement. No special, no special brain on my end. Just a lot of good decisions. And chat suggesting the Ren switch.
The Ren swap was
Huge.
really good.
Absolutely huge.
It's amazing too. I feel like we did go through the card pool and find. I remember you had the original deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, "Can you just hand me cards you think would work?"
Yeah.
And that's when like that one
Close combat. Oh my gosh, that's where close combat came. Somebody on chat I think said close combat too.
and Call to Action was another.
Oh, call to action.
You remember? Where
Yeah.
and both of those cards, several times today, were like just obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
It is really
It's
good.
so good. It's doing its thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to look at my decks and tweak. And we're in the golden age of Iron Rhino.
Here we go. Man, they have it.
I'd be curious. We need to get that posted at some point. You can't even post X to Ashes out live right now yet publicly, but I would be curious to know what people think the answers are.
The meta. Oh, there's
obviously,
people
like,
are on a crazy level on those leagues right now.
You put a big enough threat on the table, and if your opponent can't deal with it. The interesting thing about Rhino at 5 is like if you go into the turn with 1. You basically get 2 uses of Rhino that turn if you play your cards right.
Yeah.
If you don't go in, you still could, but really it's like if you leave a turn with Rhino is when I know it has gone bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever it takes, you got to get the Rhino off the board.
Rhino's got to go.
But like so much of that is like because you have unit guard.
Yeah.
On one hand, and then you have the ability to block with your Phoenix Born. And then you have the cancel with Golden Veil, and you have the can't be damaged, and you have the exhaust option, because I did cover you up a couple times. But then you have the
Flute
cards
Mage, yeah.
to get yourself off the table, or the Flute Mage to unexhaust. So part of it is also like, do you have the answer at the right moment? But if you pack enough answers, it's going to be hard, because this is perfect Ashes, in my opinion, which is like, your threats are repeatable every round, and they're permanent because it's spell board.
Yeah.
And then your whole deck is literally just a pile of answers. So 5 cards a turn is basically ways to make really good use of what's going to be on the board.
Yep. That's deck building. Deck building 101. And then you find the people that are beating you, and then you start tweaking. Like I'll probably have to have like some anti-exhaust at some point, maybe in place of safeguard, because I do have enough, I feel like, damage.
Mitigation.
Ren's Fury helps there so much, which I didn't have previously.
Ren is the perfect.
It's crazy.
Because like a lot of
Attack
times.
the Rhino. I put it at 4, and I was telling whenever you went to the bathroom, I was like, if Zach attacks this Rhino, it's like the game is over.
Yeah.
I take nothing, you lose a unit, and the Rhino isn't exhausted?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
But that's what like it really feels like the deck popped, and the final piece that clicked into place was switching to Ren.
That was it.
I 100% think that's.
And the Beast Tamer open is key to give you time to just kind of get that all going.
Not get
that
out
all
tempo.
set
Because,
up.
you know, a rush deck, if you didn't have the Beast Tamer going, could get in as much damage as you're getting in.
Yeah.
And just not worry about the Rhino.
Yep. Yep. 100% true. Hey, well, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll continue on the path of playing Ashes, enjoying it. So, big announcement, of course, is that we are almost 1,000% certain that there are no more delays coming for any of these products because it is in the States. It's officially on its way. It will be imminent to both Plaid Hat and us. And then at that point, we will start sending products out. We'll be able to turn those around in a day of their arrival, maybe 2 days. We'll get that out as quick as we can, turn that right around. I know Plaid Hat's planning to do the same. So these products will be in your hands very soon. We're done with the wait. It's been a long wait. It's been great to have you guys along for the journey, streaming with us, joining in the stream. Subscriber counts just keep going up. I mean, everybody's just in on this. So it's in your hands soon, and then pretty soon it'll be all just fresh expansions out of the subscription.
How beautiful
Super exciting.
is it that months later, the pinnacle of just before this is actually releasing, you finally solve Iron Rhino
I saw it for Rhino.
and go back to back to back in 3 game victories. Pretty amazing.
It's pretty fun.
It's cool to see. I mean, obviously Reborn, they made a huge
Basically
amount of
rocket.
changes. Super awesome. Great work on Nick and Plaid Hat's part. So I'm super excited. Can't wait to get this to everyone and see what everyone cooks up.
And join us for the 31st, a few weeks away. It's on a Wednesday. We're going to be doing a kind of a special Ashes celebration once all those products have been sent out, and hopefully you'll have them. And we can all hang out together and have the cards in front of us and talk about the game, play the game, hang out with Nick maybe, I don't know, see some previews.
It'll
We'll
be a
see
good
what
time.
happens.
Stay safe out there.
Take care, everybody.